try to cast it right in that zone this time. Let's see. I have been casting and letting the tide pull it in there. And there it is. Oh, that one's pulling pretty good there. That might be a little big. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe about a 19 incher. Let's see. Try not to lose them. Oh yeah. Oh, nice fish. Nice fish. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for right there. Yep. This is what we're looking for. This or bigger. Yeah. Okay, yep, that's about what we want right there. Don't have anything to measure them with, but I'm going to guess about 18, 19. Man, they're fat. They've been feeding well. Look at that. Let's see. Oh, might be a little nicer one there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, November 4th, 2020. It's started out about 40 degrees. It's warmed up real nice. Probably, I'm guessing about 55 now. Probably end up being about 70 before the day's over. Light breeze. Catching North Carolina speckled trout, artificial bait. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah. Woo. Man. Nice deal. Yeah. It's getting a little bigger. Beautiful fish. It's incoming tide, by the way. It was it had ran out so far this morning I could barely clear the creek. So I kind of waited it out, caught some a few reds there in the back of the creek. Tide finally started coming in, so I was able to make my way on out here. But yeah, trout have finally shown up. I've been 3 times prior to this, caught 1 or 2 here and there, decent sized ones, but you know, 1 an hour. I've caught a lot of redfish, flounder and such, but yeah, it looks like that cold snap finally turned the trout on. All right. That was a little smaller. I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but when I do any guide work, or if I'm just taking a friend fishing, something like that, this time of year with these trout, man, you really got to be in the zone. And if you're outside that zone, oftentimes you'll catch nothing, or you'll think there's none there. But that's why it pays. If you find a good spot, man, you really got to kind of make a lot of casts in different directions, and sometimes it takes a while to dial it in, like this morning. But that's pretty indicative of the trout in southeastern North Carolina, I've found anyway. Got to kind of be in that zone, and sometimes that zone will be maybe 10 feet wide or even smaller. Let's see if we can get back in that zone. If you'll notice, if you can see on camera, it's about to drift into that zone right now. So let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. Yeah. There it is. And that could be just a little deeper water right there, or some sort of structure they like. But yeah, outside of that zone, 5 or 10 feet, you're not getting a bite. Get in it though and see what's happening. Oh yeah. These are some nice keeper trout. However, I'm kind of holding out for something a little bigger. Might be a little early for the big boys yet, but we'll see. Little red. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh man. Gosh. But yeah, right out of the gate we did pretty good. I caught I think 4 or 5 reds. I didn't get any video of those on artificial, of course, and they were all under slot, so I kind of moved on out to some deeper water and got on some trout. They've been a little delayed this season. We've had a really extra warm autumn, so I'm guessing that had something to do with it. But they finally kind of showed up in force. Prior to today, I'd been catching some nice trout, but I would only catch, you know, 1 or 2 every hour or so, and they were keepers. They were 18, 19. I think I even caught a 20-inch when but the numbers were just not there. But this morning that changed, and I'm guessing it was due to probably the cool weather, which is kind of what you want to see by this time of year. But kind of wanted to talk about the zone. I've found fishing for speckled trout that here in southeast North Carolina anyway, in the areas I fish, which primarily inshore, that zone is very important, finding that zone. And as you can see in the video, hopefully you can be outside of that zone by just a few feet and not catch anything. And those zones can change from year to year. So the area I was at this morning is a pretty productive place that I fish regularly. However, that zone changes, I guess, due to the current, storms, that kind of thing. But typically it seems like this time of year anyway, and as the winter, autumn and winter go on, it gets cooler and cooler, those trout will hold tight to those zones. You know, when I guide somebody or if I'm just taking a friend fishing, I try to really stress that. You might have to make a lot of casts to figure out where that zone is. And but once you find it, it seems like it's about a 10 or 15 foot area there. And if you go out, again, if you go outside of it, you're not catching anything. If you're in it, you're catching, you know, one after another. So if you're out there exploring new places to fish, or even old places, it's pretty important, you know, put in the work, man, make a lot of casts, don't give up and leave because you don't catch something right away. It's kind of the case this morning too. You know, I got out there and I had a artificial shrimp on a jig head and just, you know, kind of randomly fan casting, and finally, you know, I caught one. I said, okay, tried the popping cork, and it took me a couple of times, but I finally narrowed it down to about a 10-foot zone there. So it is very important, at least for speckled trout. Kind of differs with obviously redfish, but for speckled trout, most of the areas I catch, that has been the case. You know, that's what I've discovered over the years anyway. So I hope this tip will help you.